Rise and shine, mothers and brothers and cheese wedges and handlebars all over the world. Rise and shine, let it grow and let it flow. Rocking the Crosby today. Man, I am digging all natural. Now that could change next week. Who knows? Because every week when you're growing everything out brings a whole new set of circumstances. But I'm loving the Crosby because I can so easily handlebar it. And if I don't carefully handlebar it, I am eating it. And when I'm not, because I worried about, well, maybe no one can see my mouth. They can't tell if I'm talking. And it's true. I noticed that even when I smile, you can't see my teeth. And I'm like, but I have a nice smile. Why hide it? Handlebar it if you want people to see your smile. That's all. That's the name of the game there. A few things I want to talk about. What kind of drummers do you like? I'm a John Bonham from Led Zeppelin guy. John Bonham was those who are too young or haven't encountered John Bonham. He's the kind of guy, he's like you know how the Who smashes their guitars during their concert and they need new guitars constantly? John Bonham was the kind of guy that if he didn't get a new drum set after every concert, then he probably got one maybe every 3 concerts, because the man beat those drums like nothing you've ever seen. And it was his music is amazing. If you listen to, there are some people on YouTube that have taken Led Zeppelin songs and through some type of electronic process have minimized a lot of the other music and the vocals where you're just hearing the drums. Amazing. I'm a John Bonham guy. I am the John Bonham of life, man. I love beating the crap out of life. Every 24 hours, I want to beat it. I want to play every day. I want to play every day like John Bonham played his drums. I am not a smooth jazz guy. I am a John Bonham guy. All right. You know, it's a great song. Of course, everyone loves Moby Dick, which is every Zeppelin song really is a great Bonham song. But one of the songs, believe it or not, that I have heard is John Bonham playing. And when I listen to it very closely, I'm like, holy crap, that's John Bonham. I guess the story of Donovan. If you look at Donovan was a singer-songwriter who hired studio singers or studio musicians to play with him, because he was like a James Taylor, sit on a stool and play songs that he wrote. And he didn't normally travel with a band, so he would hire bands to travel with him when he did concerts and when he did albums. There's a song called The Hurdy-Gurdy Man. Go to YouTube, which you're on, and look up Donovan Hurdy-Gurdy Man. It probably came out in 68 or 69, I'm guessing. And you can hear John Bonham's drums. This was pre-Zeppelin, okay? Unfreaking believable. Unfreaking believable. If it's not John Bonham, and there's been rumors that it was Jimmy Page and John Bonham that were in this particular session, I don't know if those are just, urban rumors or rock lovers' wishful thinking, but I'll tell you what, just by the style, I think it's John Bonham. Just listen to Hurdy-Gurdy Man by Donovan, and it has become one of my most favorite exciting songs, because I just close my eyes and listen to those drums, and I play life like John Bonham plays those drums, man. Get my water. Get too excited about things here. When you're rocking the Crosby, man, you enter everything down from below. I still think one of the funniest videos I've ever seen in my lifetime, and I don't even know if it was meant to be funny, and I'm not breaking the balls of Eric Bandholz at all. Eric, I respect you, you know that. Eric and I are going to be doing some work together soon. I'm pretty excited about it. Beard brand, one of my favorite brands. Totally unplugged today, out of the shower, just a quick blow dry, rocking the Crosby, no mustache wax, but Temple Smoke Oil by Beard Brand, just rocking it. It's about 45 degrees, a little cool in the northeast here, And I'm just staying natural all day and just kind of letting it flow like a curtain. Beard Brand Temple Smoke is my favorite oil by Beard Brand. And of course, when you're done, put the rest on your tattoos, on your face, rub it through your hair. In that order. If you put it in your hair first, you end up with greasy hair. So tattoos, face, hair. You'll love it. I like anything with a smoky thing. Someone recommended Catholic Beard Balm, and I think their smoky brand is called Holy Smokes, which I would imagine would smell something like incense, like from a mass or something. I think I would like that. Has anyone tried Catholic Beard Balm? I'm all about that. I think that's kind of cool. I'm even more all about 1689 Beard Brand. If you know what I'm saying, my 1689 brothers out there, okay? 5 solas, baby, 5. Count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 solas. That's my code. Some people do this. Some people do this. I do that. All right. Hey, two people that I want to... I have listened to motivational speakers my entire life. I've read books. I've been to seminars. I have more years of college than I'm actually embarrassed to tell you how many years of college I've had. Because when you look at my success, my financial success in life, and that is a great indicator. I don't want to hear it say, well, you could have all the money in the world and still be unhappy. Yeah, I know that to be true. But you know what? It's harder to be broke than it is to be rich. So unplug that crap right now, please. Or unsubscribe, one other, because there's no room for that here. But if you want a little bit more, and it's not being greedy, you can't feed the poor without more money. You can't print more Bibles. You can't do mission work. You can't do more relief or aid work without the resources. So you know what? Let's just stop talking money. We'll talk resources. How's that sound? Because that makes all the guilt-ridden people, all you new age whack job, nutty, guilty people who feel guilty about everything. We'll just call it resources instead of money. How's that sound? If that makes you feel better, because actually it probably will, because I know just words and not actions are more important to you. For those that do value this kind of stuff, hear me out. I've had more years of college than probably... There's only a handful of people I know that have had more years of college than me. It doesn't mean a thing. It means zero. Zero. I'm super well read. I'm book smart. I do have street cred, street sense, and I have a very street way about me because I grew up in a very street family with a very street father. Some of you know what I'm talking about when I say street. I'm talking a hustler. I was raised by a hustler, a dude selling shit out of the back of his trunk and out of his basement and out of the back of the shop. You want to watch? Whoop, which one? You know, which one of 20 watches do you want? So I grew up with a hustler, so I know what hustling's like. Here's the deal. Two guys that have changed my life, Gary Vaynerchuk, Grant Cardone. They may not be your style. They speak to me as if they are God's angels coming down and speaking to me. Nobody speaks to my needs and to my future better. And I know there's Christians out there that are going to talk to me about the Holy Spirit and Jesus Christ and God. Listen, I'm a Christian. I've been a Christian for a long time. I'm a Reformed Christian. I know. I pray. I read the Bible. So stop it. I'm talking about the stuff that really motivates me specifically about what to do, where to market to, who to talk to, what type of people, what type of referrals I need, the approach that I need to take, okay? That stuff is God-given, and sometimes God speaks through some of the craziest people. And I will say Gary Vaynerchuk and Grant Cardone have a little bit of crazy in them, but that's okay. They have motivated me. And then on top of that, my acting background. Over 25 years as an actor, 5 years as a full-time actor, commercials, voiceovers, print work, narration. If you need me to do narration or voiceover work for a commercial, there is nobody better than the Sultan of Silver. I guarantee it. Well-read, pronounce, enunciate, timing, depth, tempo. Nobody does it better than me. And I have over 350 examples of how I can do it for you. So if you need voiceover, if you're in the media industry and you need a video spokesperson who now has a white beard or voiceover work, please find a way to reach me. You'll do it. I'm pretty easy to reach. gb@georgebruno.com. My acting background taught me to create characters because characters are endearing. I'm not so egotistical that to think that just my persona alone is going to interest a lot of people. So I have a couple different characters. My morning character, my rise and shine guy, a lot of it was taken from a guy by the name of Raj the Barber. You know what, Roger, if you watch this, I love you, man. I gotta thank you because much of what you do is who you are, and I love that. So I owe a lot of the energy and the angle of my morning broadcast to Raj the Barber. R-O-G the Barber on YouTube. And when you watch him, you might like his content. You just might like him and have absolutely no interest in the content. So think about that. Here's the other thing. The other one is the most interesting man in the world, Jonathan Goldsmith, the Dos Equis man. I just love a guy filled with wisdom. And that's my Beards Without Borders guy. I can't operate all day long as the Sultan of Silver. Can't do that. I can't. If I did, I'd be drinking tequila, smoking cigars, and be sitting down all day, and I would never be cutting hair, trimming beards, or making business deals. So the Sultan of Silver's kind of, he is like part Hemingway, part sea captain, part Dos Equis. He's kind of a conglomeration, and then he's just kind of like this ultra cool guy that doesn't really care about anything, and shares a lot of wisdom, whether people like it or not. He doesn't really give a hoot about what people think, if they like him or not. He's a great character. And when people meet me in person, I'll tell you when you've seen the real me is when I'm doing reviews and some beard and mustache tutorials. That's the real me. Not under the influence of cigars, pipes, and tequila, and not all coffeeed up like the Rise and Shine guy. Those that have met me in person, I think some they're happy to see me in person. They're like, wow, the beard in person. That's kind of fun. But there might be initial shock, that I'm not like, rise and shine, mothers and brothers. So happy to meet you. Come in. I'm not like that, or I'm just not like the Sultan saying, welcome to my chair. Thank you for joining me today. It's not like that. It's kind of like the beard and mustache tutorial guys. And you can see the difference in those guys when you look at my playlist on YouTube. So keep that in mind. There are playlists. One dickhead actually said, I started watching you only because of beard stuff. He goes, and you keep adding so much other bullshit. I'm like, well, dude, then just look at the playlist and watch the beard tutorials. If you don't want to be entertained and or informed, that's fine. The reason why we create playlists as professional YouTube content creators is that we want to have something for everybody. And that's the key, is to have something for everybody. So in everyday life, how I am right now when I do the beard and mustache tutorials, that's kind of like the real me. Very driven. This Sunday night I'm teaching my first class on YouTube content creation through a meetup group in Philadelphia. If you go to meetup.com, you will see a group. Just look for YouTube Money Maker group on meetup.com. And we're having our first class at a deal. It's like $10. And it's everything that I've learned in the past year, but how far I've come in the past 7 months. I've been doing this for 7 months, been monetizing for 7 or 8 months. Monetizing for 5. When I saw the potential, I couldn't turn it down. So I'm teaching a class. On the continuum, think about this, on the continuum of education, there are always people smarter than you. There are always people less smarter than you. The people that are smarter than you, or more knowledgeable, I shouldn't say smarter. Do not confuse knowledge with smart, okay? I would claim to say that those that claim that they're smart aren't nearly as smart as they say they are, okay? Go to the person with experience. Like Yogi Berra says, it ain't bragging if you can do it. So, people that are more knowledgeable than you in something, it's your job. If they're not good teachers, it's your job to pull it out of them. For those that are less knowledgeable than you, I believe as good stewards of being the John Bonham of life, because you are the John Bonham of life, you play life like John Bonham plays his drums. You beat the crap, you get the most sound, the most response out of life when you operate, when you play your life the way Bonham plays his drums. Those people who don't have that knowledge that you have, no matter what it is, guess what? With the mindset that I just shared with you, being the John Bonham of life, it is your responsibility to teach them, and to put that knowledge out there and help other people become competent. Got it? So if you know how to whittle something on a piece of wood, let's say you're an expert at a jackknife, with a jackknife, and you can whittle a piece of wood into a whistle. And there are people, I'm just bringing this up as an example, who want to learn how to do that. Not everyone knows how to do that. There are people who will pay you $5, $10 to learn how to do that. Like I'm starting a straight razor shaving group. Me! Teaching a straight razor shaving group, imagine that. What makes me qualified? Although I give what I think is probably one of the closest shaves with a straight razor that anyone has ever experienced. And also the experience on top of it is second to none. Those that have experienced know exactly what I'm talking about. And I'm starting a straight razor shaving group, teaching guys how to use a straight razor and not kill themselves or bleed to death while they're doing it. What do you know how to do that somebody is willing to pay you money for? I don't care if it's $5. What do you do? Can you imagine this? Can you pay what is your smallest bill that you have every month? The smallest bill. Is it your gas bill? Is it your cell phone bill? What is it? Now think about this. Imagine getting that thing every month for free. With my YouTube income, let me tell you what I get for free. No, I won't tell you what I get for free. But think about the things that teaching a class can do for you. On top of that, think about, you might have 10 students, like I'm going to have 10 students this coming Sunday, but I have 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. How many more people, think about YouTube as a distribution system, okay? How many more people can learn what you have in your head by you doing videos? I wish you were closer so you could attend this class. Anyways, be the John Bonham of life and play your life, operate your life in the same way that Bonham played his drums and beat them to death every single time he played. You can do it. I know you can, because I believe in you. Now that's the real me right there. I know you can. Now go out there and do it. See ya.